Hey everybody, welcome to my home. My name is Becky and I'm so excited that you're here today. So as you saw in the last couple of videos, we are preparing for Halloween. We're getting ready to decorate. I did a couple crafts with you in the last couple of videos just to kind of start things moving. But yesterday was Saturday and I went through my shed and I pulled out all of my Halloween totes and I brought them in the house and I've got everything unpacked and everything spread out in my craft room so that I can kind of see what I have and start decorating. Now, normally what I like to do is do an unboxing just because I like watching unboxings, and I know it's not the most popular video out there, but some of you like them, and you know, the way I see it is you can watch it or you cannot. It's up to you. You know, that's your prerogative if that's the type of video you like or not. But an unboxing's not going to work with the amount of Halloween decor that I have. So what I thought I would do is pick out a handful of my favorite either vintage or thrifted Halloween items and show you what I found throughout the years. Sort of like how we did with the Thriftmas in July video. I just kind of showed you a few things that I have thrifted. So same thing here. These are either thrifted items or antique store finds, or I think I have one thing that was a gift that that I wanted to show you. So it's just going to be a quick little I'm going to do a quick little pan around the room and let you see everything, and then I'll show you those few special items that I have, and then the next video we will absolutely be decorating because it's time. I'm ready. I'm excited. So I do want to say something very quickly. In the last videos that I was doing with the fall decor, you know, I said it a few times. I would say, you know, this is what I have, this will do, you know, it's fine, we're going to use what we have. And I do believe that. And I know a lot of you commented and said that you appreciated the fact that I used what I had and still made it pretty. I don't want the amount of Halloween decor that I have to reflect against that, because I do believe that. So I want to kind of explain myself. We all have that one thing that we love. Some of you like to get your nails done. Some of you like designer purses. Some of you like shoe shopping. Some of you like Christmas decor. You go out and spend, you know, your extra money on Christmas. Once a year, my heart starts beating just a little faster and my serotonin levels start to rise. And I love going in the store and looking at the Halloween decor because I just absolutely love it. And I do have an extensive collection of Halloween decorations. And I don't want you to think that you have to have this amount to make your home beautiful. Your home can be beautiful by going to the Dollar Tree and getting, you know, a few things and taking home and just kind of sprinkling that little bit of joy in your home. That's enough if that's what you have and what you can afford. This is many, many years of collecting now, but I do add to the collection every year, and I enjoy doing that. So I don't want you to think that I don't feel the same way as I do with the fall decor, you know, by saying this is good enough, what we have is good enough. It's not that I don't feel that way. It's just that this is... It brings me joy and I love doing it. I don't go buy new clothes, new shoes, new purses. I don't do all that. But once a year, I go a little crazy and I do buy too much Halloween decor. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Just enjoy the video, enjoy the few little items I'm going to show you, and then I'll be back to talk to you at the end. Okay, so this is my craft room, and it is Halloween upped right now. So right now, these are all of my plushies, soft items. I've got all the signs over here. I have to walk slow, you guys, because there's stuff all over the floor, everywhere. These are my signs. I have family photos here. My tier tray is going to be decorated, of course. All of my spooky trees are right there. My dishes for my hutch are there. There's a few ghosts that I have. Just a couple of pillows right here. A couple of blankets. that little witch right there. Well, it's not a little witch, it's a tall witch. That was a gift. Everything over here around the sewing machine goes on my Halloween tree, so I know you're going to look forward to that. A door hanger that I purchased from a local girl. These are all of my ceramic things that are breakable. Oh, that skeleton's about to come off the edge there. Go back, little man. There you go. All of my breakable items are there. I have a small I have a small collection of Annelise dolls. These are just some miscellaneous things. All of my picks, my floral picks are there. All of my witch's brooms. This is just a pile of throws that I just washed, and everything's clean and ready to go. And then up here is just some little tchotchkes that I have laying around. A few of my Johanna Parker pieces. My skeleton collection. My little wooden sign collection. And then there's my Ray Dunn mugs and all of my Hocus Pocus paraphernalia is here. And then let me back up just a little bit more here. I'm going slow so I don't make you drunk or fall. And then down here are all of my Johanna Parker mugs and then some other miscellaneous things. And then we have my 3 skeletons here. And we're back to where we started. And this guy right here is my favorite. He was a birthday gift for this year from my daughter Summer and David. All right, so I'm down on the floor and I want to show you a few of my favorite pieces that through the years I have antiqued or thrifted, or I have a couple pieces that were actually gifts or yard saled. So I'm going to go through these special pieces with you. Can't do everything, so I just picked out a few fun pieces to share. I also want to say that a lot of this stuff I have made. I am a crafter. I am a DIYer. So while I'm not the best at tutorials on DIYs, as you can see from the previous 2 videos, I do DIY a lot of Halloween decor. So when we're decorating, I'll tell you the things that I've DIY'd, but it's quite a bit. I will see things in the store and I just don't want to pay the price for it, so I'll go home and I'll make it. Or either there's, I'm looking for something and I can't find it in a store, so I'll go home and make it. So I would like to show you some of the pieces, some of my favorite pieces that I've DIY'd. If you're interested in that, I can do a separate video on that, or I can just kind of tell you as I'm decorating, however you want to do it. I don't necessarily want to do a tutorial for them, but I'd like to, showcase the DIYs that I've done, because most of them are pretty simple, just a few instructions and you can do it. You don't necessarily need a whole video teaching you how to do it, because it's kind of self-explanatory. So all right, so the first thing I'm going to show you was a Goodwill find, and it's this little house. It's not a little house, it's a big house. I have a collection of 3 haunted houses that I've set up all together, and I like to light them all up. I have lights shoved in the back of them, so it'll light up orange when I get it all put together. All 3 houses were thrifted, but I just picked this one to show you. I have them close by. I can actually show them to you real quick. It won't take but a second, but I put them all together. They're all different. They were all found at different times and different places. This one's pretty simple. It just came from a yard sale. So I have him lit up. You're supposed to put a candle in there, but I just put orange lights back there. And then this one's one of my favorite pieces. It was from a yard sale, and it's actually a Yankee Candle piece, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, it was Slatkin and Company. I think Bath and Body Works, because there's the bottom, and then this goes on top, and I light it up. So that's the difference in Bath and Body Works from between now and back then, because There's an original price tag on here of $35. If you were to go to Bath and Body Works right now and purchase something like this, oh my gracious, you'd probably pay $80 for it. But those are my 3 little haunted houses. They were all found at different times, different places, and they look good together even though they're made out of different materials. Okay, the next item, David and I had gone on an anniversary trip last year, and we had gone to the mountains with anticipation of hiking and doing things like that. Well, day 1 into the trip, he stubs his toe and he breaks his toe. So unfortunate for him, but fortunate for me because I got to shop the whole time. So we went to an antique store, which was more like a boutique, and they had this one little I can't talk, I'm sorry. They had this one little booth that had only Halloween, and I just went crazy. I stayed in that booth for probably an hour just looking at every little piece because I knew I wasn't going to walk away empty-handed, but I just didn't know what I wanted. So this is one of the pieces that I got from that booth. It's a little cat. It looks kind of boutique-y, I think. And it looks like it came from Tuesday Morning. It's got a Tuesday Morning tag on it. But, you know, Tuesday Morning is buyout products. So, and it came with this little sign that hangs on his arm. And the sign will not stay on his arm. But, oh, I know what I did. I hung it around his neck last year. Let me see if I can get it around his neck. Anyway, this is what his little sign looks like. I guess I need to glue it on there to make him stay. But he was one of my favorite pieces. I'm sorry, I don't remember what I paid for him. He was $9.99 at Tuesday Morning, so I know it was probably less at the antique store, but I got him. The other thing that I got at that store, I did pay the same amount for this that I would have paid in TJ Maxx, but I don't care because I loved her and I had never seen her before. And it's an Annelise Witch, and look at her little face. Hello. Isn't she cute? I think I paid about $15 for her in the antique store, but you can see where her makeup stops on her neck. That tickles me. I think it's funny, but I love her. So we have her. And then these little guys right here, I paid too much for them, in my opinion. I paid $1.78 a piece, but they look to be handmade, and they're what do you call it? Oh gosh, I can't think of my words. Primitive. They're primitive, and there's 3 of them in the candy, and I love candy corn, so I did pick these up at the Goodwill. So I got 3. And, okay, so this is one of my best finds of last year. I don't know what this is worth, but I would never get rid of it, and I would never sell it. I love this thing. So, look at this jar. Isn't it adorable? Here comes the little witch. Look at there. And the little bat following the witch. And then you've got this side with a little sheet ghost and an angel and a little devil with his pitchfork and a black cat and one more scarecrow. I love this piece. It's perfect condition. It has no paint loss. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I didn't have it last year, but we're going to find a special place for it. This was one of my best finds, my best vintage finds, so I love this. Okay. This piece is not thrifted or antiqued or anything, but I did want to add it into the mix because I think it's so special. I showed you the sign on my front porch that my sister painted. This was a piece that she painted for me, and let me get it out of the glare of the light. Can you see her? Isn't she cute? She's got a little spooky tree and a beautiful dress. And look, my favorite is her shoes. Isn't she cute? She just painted this on a wood board, and I just hang it up different places every year. I love this. Okay. Now, when David and I were antiquing and thrifting and all of that, I told you that he loves Fire King. That's his thing to search for when we're antiquing. He loves Fire King. So he found these, and I thought, you know what, those would be perfect for Halloween. I have 4 of them. Let me get my hands on them so I don't drop them. Because we all remember the fiasco of the little tractor in my last unboxing. But aren't these beautiful? I love these. These are Anchor Hocking Fire King mugs, and you can see the black around the rim, and they're perfect for Halloween. I have lots of orange and black, but I have just a touch of green and yellow, and just a touch, and these just bring that out. So I'm excited to show you how I use those, because it's super cute. All right, you know now that I like witches, not like stirring a cauldron doing spell witches, but I just like the little cartoony witches. I just think they're cute. I found these years and years and years ago, and I use these every year in my tier tray. Just 4 little witches hanging out, doing their thing, living their best life. See their faces? They're kind of primitive too, but I have had these for many years, and I always use them, and I love them. They go in my tier tray usually. Okay. This next piece you saw in the previous video, and if you did not see that video, go back and watch it, because there's a special surprise at the end of the video that I'm talking about, if it's not too late. I'm not sure when the videos are going to air, but these are some vintage nesting bowls from Federal Glass Company, and I put a decal on there to make them mimic Pyrex, but Pyrex, of course, doesn't have this design. I made this up myself, but there's 4 bowls in here, and I featured these in the DIY video, which is previous to this one. And then when I set them up as if they're stacked up, and then I just put this shredded paper in there to kind of hide the risers. So let me put this back here. Oh, I forgot about him. He's thrifted. He has a hole in the bottom. I wasn't going to show him, but I just ran across him, so I thought I'd throw him in there. Okay. This piece was in the original box. His name is Freddy, and I do have the box somewhere. I just don't have it here. I think I packed it away for safe storage, but he is definitely Freddie the Ghost, 1992. He's definitely one of my favorite pieces. He's a light up piece. He's made out of bisque. See his little bat on his hand. And he's got all the fun Halloween iconic pieces here. Freddie the Ghost. And it even says on the bottom his name. I know you probably can't see that, but it's on the bottom, and it was on his box. Pretty Designs. So Freddie is part of our family now. Okay, we're getting to some good stuff. Don't give up on me just yet, guys. We're coming. Okay, so another thing that I got last year, and I have to put this together while I'm talking. So if I'm looking down, don't ignore me. You think I'm crazy. I'm just having to put this together. Hold on. Okay, so this next piece was a piece that we found. Let's see, where did we find this? We were just doing some antiquing in local, couple hours away. New Bern, North Carolina, I think is where we were. Going Jacksonville, somewhere in that area. And what I'm picking up is her broom just broke. Let me show you. See, this is why I'm distracted. Her broom just disintegrated to a million pieces. That's why I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry. But, okay. So I found her at an antique store. She is not antique. She's just amazing. And I picked her up. And she goes on my mantle. I don't know who made her. I did look it up at one point, but I can't remember right now. I guess I should have done that before I started filming, shouldn't I? I'll put it up here if I can think to look it up who the designer is. But see her face and see her little owl's face. She's sitting in the moon. She does come apart, so I can pack her away safely. Like, she comes up off of the stand, then she comes up off of the moon, and then the owl comes off as well. So she's in 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces. 5 if you count the broom that just disintegrated in my hands. But luckily I know how to DIY a broom. I've got all those brooms I showed you. I DIY'd those. So okay, this next piece is a piece that I found at a yard sale, and I can't remember why I painted this thing. I don't remember what the reasons were. I know it's a hobbyist piece, and I know it was painted originally. I'm thinking maybe that the pumpkin wasn't painted or something, and I wanted it to stand out. But I painted the pumpkin to make it stand out, and then I just went over it with like a shiny top coat. It's fine. I just kind of added the swirlies on the top as well. He has a place for a light or a candle back here, whichever one you want to use. But he is cute. Not my favorite, but he's cute. He adds to my collection. All right, this next piece I got from a yard sale, and it is one of my favorite pieces and most impressive pieces. It is Duncan Enterprises 1980. Are you ready for it, guys? Here she is. Isn't she amazing? I love this thing. It's heavy, it's big, but it just packs a punch in a display. You really, that's all you see. It's amazing. I originally thought this was a hobbyist piece, but I'm not sure. It's got a label on the back, a copyright on the back, so it may have been a manufactured piece. I'm not sure, but I just love this. It's one of my favorite pieces, and I was so excited to find this. I found this in a barn. The yard sale advertised Halloween decorations, and when I got there, it was pretty bad. It was junky and dirty and filthy, but this beautiful piece right here just said, "Take me home with you," and so I did. My absolute most coveted piece that I have in my whole collection. Actually, hold on. All right, I had to grab something because you cannot look at this piece without it being completely put together. So let me grab the bulb real quick without breaking it. Oh Lord, don't let me break it. My goodness, Becky. I really should have done this before I turned the camera on. Here it goes. Okay, it's coming out. All right, so this is my most coveted piece in my collection. I have had her for years and years and years. When I pack her away, I always wrap 5,000 pieces of paper around her so she never, ever, ever gets broken. And this is her. She is amazing. She is my favorite piece. Look at her sweet little face. She's shiny too. Oh, look, the price is still on the bottom. I paid $3 for her. She was made in China, but I don't care. Look how beautiful she is. Now, this bubble glass bulb, they light up and you see little bubbles coming through here. I have to buy these because they get broken or they blow out throughout the years. So they come in a pack of 3, and that way I can change them out. But they're pretty easily found on Amazon. So I've had to rebuy those a couple times to keep her going. All right, now, actually, I'm gonna take that bulb out and put it someplace safe because we all know how clumsy I am. Okay, my last piece that I want to share with you was a gift from my sister. Now, she was cleaning out her old decor, or she was just cleaning out her junk. She didn't want any more, and she had a to-go, like a giveaway pile. And she said, if there's anything in that pile of junk you want, take it. I was like, okay. So I looked through the pile and I saw this, and you guys, I almost fainted. She thought this was trash, and I just can't understand it. I don't understand it, but this is what I got out of the trash pile. The head alone is probably worth some money, but they have taken a piece of wood and attached it with screws to the bottom of this pumpkin, and they have sewn this outfit. My mom, okay, story time. When I was younger, my mom was a seamstress. She could sew anything, and she made these jumpsuits. I can still see the pattern in my head right now, and if I can find that pattern online, I'll put a little clip of it up here. But she made me a jumpsuit just like this, and I loved it, and I wore it very proudly. But isn't that cute? But anyway, she was gonna throw this away. I just don't understand. She just did not appreciate what beautiful vintage glory she had. But this is one of my favorite, probably my second favorite piece next to the witch of all of my decor. So, all right, that's all that I have to share with you for now. As soon as I get this wrapped up, I am going into the guest room and I'm going to start decorating. So that should be your next video. I'm just excited. I'm so excited, if you can't tell. If you like my dress, I know you can't see the whole thing. It came from, oh goodness, where did it come from? I'll put the name of the store up here. I can't think of it right now. For whatever reason, my brain is not working today, but it was $10 and I'm in love. I'm burning up right now because, like I said, it is still hot here. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I love you all. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.